Windows Azure, that you can call it as software as services, and over it is normal applications. Okay, so okay, now I'm keeping the discussion open for Windows Azure. So before we start building application, okay, in Windows Azure, I just want to give you a quick overview of Windows Azure, and there is a concept of roles in Windows Azure, okay, which is very important to know. And so let's start with Windows Azure first. So whenever we talk about Microsoft's cloud platform, it automatically takes us to Windows Azure, which is the foundation of Microsoft's cloud platform. Okay, or in one line we can say it is the operating system for the cloud that provides essential building blocks so that you can write a scalable or highly available services. Now what we can say here that Windows Azure platform, it actually provides the development environment as well as hosting environment. Okay, so development environment so that you can easily develop your own cloud-based application, and hosting environment for easy hosting those solutions in cloud. So when you talk about Windows Azure platform, it provides you both. Okay, it provides you development environment as well as hosting environment. And it mainly provides three components or three services. Okay, now here you can see we have these three services. The one is Windows Azure. Okay, please don't get confused with Windows Azure platform and Windows Azure. Windows Azure is the core thing of Windows Azure platform because it also provides you the computing power. Okay, so when I'm right now I'm talking about Windows Azure platform. It comprises of three components. One is Windows Azure, second is SQL Azure, and third is Azure App Fabric. Now when we talk about Windows Azure, it consists of two services, compute service and storage service. Now compute service is required for running your application, to process the request, to provide the computing power to your app. So it actually plays a very important role in Windows Azure. Okay, whereas the storage service is self-explanatory, it all takes care about is storing the data in cloud. So when we talk about Windows Azure, it is a cloud-based operating system, and it provides a virtualized hosting environment and computing resources and storage. The second component is SQL Azure, and SQL Azure, it is more like a cloud-based relational database management system. We cannot compare it completely with SQL Server because it is actually a limited version SQL Server, and it provides both reporting as well as analysis services. Okay, and maybe some of the features are missing at this point in time because, as I told you, it is a limited version of SQL Server, but maybe in future you will get more and more features with each and every release. Third component is Azure App Fabric, which is more about connectivity. Okay, so let's say you have a on-premises application and you want to connect it with cloud application. So it actually provides you a secured way to connect your cloud-based application to on-premises application. Or it also provides another service which is access control, which is actually a claims-based authentication model. So it also provides single sign-on feature. So let's say if you have a Live ID or Hotmail ID, you can use it for authentication and authorization. So both these things work in conjunction with each other, and because whenever you want to connect with any application, whether it is on premises, if you want to work around hybrid model, you really want to connect securely. So for that you also need access control service. So right now I told you about the three components. The one component is Windows Azure. Okay, and these three components, they are of Windows Azure platform. So first component is Windows Azure, which provides two services, compute and storage service. Second is SQL Azure, which is actually a cloud-based relational database model and system. And third is the App Fabric, Azure App Fabric, which actually helps you to connect securely the on-premises application to with cloud application. Now there is one more you can see on this slide, which is Marketplace. Earlier the code name was known as Dallas. Marketplace is all about publishing the data so that it can be accessed by large number of consumers. So let's say government want to publish something about the city plan, or NASA want to publish something about its research. They can definitely publish it in Marketplace, which is open to n number of users. So it is mainly for that purpose. Okay, so okay, now here you can see we have also mentioned on top general purpose programming languages. So it means like Windows Azure platform allows you to choose or select any language and tools based on those languages, okay, to develop applications for Windows Azure. So the supported languages you can see here, they are .NET, Java, Ruby, PHP, Python, and the tools are also the familiar tools, like most of you might already using Visual Studio, and for Java and PHP you can use Eclipse. And the protocols also are REST and SOAP based, so they are also the same kind of protocols that we are using in normal development. And SQL Azure, as I told you, it is having the same relational model and tools as SQL Server. So nothing new in order to nothing new learning in order to build your application for the Windows Azure. Okay, so here this slide is only talking about its worldwide reach, okay, about Windows Azure, how it is growing. So if you look at this footprint of data centers, you can see it is spanning to 3 continents. CDN has 23 locations. So CDN is something like caching purpose we use. Let's say your data center is very far, and if you want to frequently perform some action, you can configure a CDN and you can keep the data near to your location. Service is available in almost 41 countries, and data centers you will find almost in US, Europe, Asia, okay, in most of the continents. And it is commercially available in 41 countries, okay. So I already discussed about this particular platform. So I told you, like, Windows Azure platform consists of 3 mainly 3 components or services. The one is Windows Azure. Windows Azure comes with again, we are saying 3 services here, okay. I have not touched the management part, okay. I have only discussed about the compute and the storage. Then SQL Azure, which is a cloud-based relational database management system. Windows Azure Platform App Fabric, which provides you connectivity with using Service Bus and access control for authentication and authorization. Then this is the Marketplace. The code name earlier was Dallas. Okay, and I told you, like, we can use the same existing skills and tools to develop our application for Azure. Okay, I will come to this section. For this actually comes into the picture when you want to host your application. For development, you just need to download the resources. Okay, I will show you from where you can download the resources. Okay, right now I'm connecting to you to my demo system. Okay. You just need to type windowsazure.com. Okay, windowsazure.com. It is the main portal for Windows Azure. When you visit to this particular page, you will find various options. You will find pricing tab on top, which you can use to find out like what would be the pricing for your application. Okay, if you want to host it, you need to identify how many servers you are requiring. So all these things you can calculate from here. You can also get the cost estimation. Documentation you can get, downloads. So let's say if you are new and you want to know the place from where you can download the, I don't know what it is. Okay, so in case if you want to estimate the price, you can definitely go to price, and I was talking about the tools. Okay, just wanted to show you the tools and resources. Okay, now here you can see the SDKs for various languages. So if you want to use .NET, you can download the .NET SDK from here. Okay, let me click over here. So right now the SDKs are available for both Visual Studio 2012 as well as 2010. And for Node.js, again, you will get its own SDK for PHP. There is different, Java is different. So you first need to install the SDK on your system. Okay, now once you install it, you can check it here. Okay, let me scroll down, and you will find Windows Azure authoring tools, Windows Azure emulator, Azure libraries for .NET, Azure tools for Microsoft Visual Studio 2010. Just make sure that if you're installing them, then use the October 2012. Okay, this is the latest SDK. Okay, you can use them. So after installing the SDK, you will get all these programs, okay, installed in control panel. So this thing you can check, and let me show you the pricing thing also. Like in case if you are a new user, okay, you do not have a subscription, you can go with the free trial. Okay, now free trial will allow you to use the management portal for free for 3 months, 90 days. And this is the configuration of the server you will get. You will get compute, that means 750 small compute hours per month. Websites, you can create 10 websites, 10 mobile services, you can create 1 SQL database, you can create 100 hours per month you will get for SQL reporting. So all these things you will get for free for 3 months. Okay, and once you cross 3 months, after that it will automatically remove all the hosted services from your um, subscription. Okay, it will simply disable the subscription. It will not charge anything more from you. So it is free of cost. Anytime if you cross the hosted or your computing usage, it automatically take off the services from the cloud. That's all. Okay, I can take you back to my presentation. Okay, so I'm going to show you the complete Windows Azure in one picture. Now Windows Azure, it is a platform